Hello, and welcome to Women's Financial Empowerment Group. I'm your host, Ruth Agboloso. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. If this is your first time, please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friend. If you've been here before, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Please go ahead and like, share, do all those wonderful things. Oh, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll know whenever I upload a new video. I am a financial coach, and it's my job to help you get from point A to point B in your financial journey. So check out my information in the description box and let's see whether or not we'd be a good fit to work together. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about emergency funds. So let's get right into it. Emergency funds are what I like to call, and other people like to call, umbrella funds. Just imagine you go outside and it's a rainy day, but you don't have your umbrella. What's going to happen? You're going to get wet. Your hair's going to get all sappy and drippy, and you're not going to feel really good about your life, are you? Maybe that's a little bit extreme, but we all know what it's like to not be prepared when a situation happens. So emergency funds allow you to have that umbrella, so to speak, for when you have a rainy day. What do I mean by rainy day? When maybe you lose a job, or you have an unexpected expense that's really large, or some other thing happens that is out of your control. You want to make sure that you have an emergency fund. That way you don't have to tap into your savings. You don't have to exhaust other funds that you have set aside for other things. There are many different philosophies and advice out there about emergency funds as far as how much you need to have saved up. But my advice is to start little and work your way up. So for instance, you might want to have a month saved up, and then you want to work towards having 2 months saved up and 3 months saved up, and you go along. Obviously, that's how it normally works. You build up. But I really believe that if you think of it in a large picture like that at first, sometimes it becomes a little bit cumbersome. So I recommend breaking it down. Definitely have your end goal in mind. So if you want to have a year's worth of emergency fund saved up, that would be awesome. 9 months to a year, I tell you, that would be great cushioning, because if you lose your job and you're not able to work for quite a few months, at least you can still maintain your lifestyle. So that would be ideal. But for some people, that's not where you are at this moment. So I suggest starting where you are. So you may want to know, how much do I need to save up in an emergency fund? I'm going to share with you a simple calculation and how you can figure that amount out, and then you can start implementing a plan to get it done. So stick with me. Before we do the calculation, what you're going to want to do is you're going to need to take into account all of your expenses. You're going to need to write them down, or if you have a spreadsheet or what have you, you need to know how much you normally spend for food, clothing, utilities, all of your expenses. You're going to want to make sure that you have that number set aside. So that is step one to figuring out how much you need to set aside for your emergency fund. Now, when you have that amount on paper or in your spreadsheet or what have you, now you're going to want to multiply that by the amount of months of emergency fund that you're trying to save up. So for instance, if you are trying to save up for 3 months, you're going to multiply that by 3. So here's an example. If your monthly expenses are $1,000, then you'll want to multiply that by 3. And of course, that is $3,000. So that seems easy enough, right? Obviously, that's a nice place to start, but eventually you want to make sure that you have more than just 3 months saved up. But let's just start here, because we want to start at a simple place and then we can build up, right? Okay, now this is what you do once you have that amount. Now you're going to want to set a goal for yourself so that you can actually achieve that. And if you don't know how to set attainable goals, I have a video for that, and I'll link that video in the description box and, also in the video, but I never know what side it's going to be on. So go ahead and take a look at that video, and hopefully that will help you to be able to set your goal and stick to your goal. Now you have to figure out how long you want to take in order to achieve that goal. So you may want to take 12 months, 24 months, or more. It's up to you how long you want to take to amass that lump sum into an emergency saving fund. Once you've decided on that duration of time that you will be saving up in order to achieve that emergency fund, you'll want to divide your total into that amount of months. So for instance, if you have that $1,000 as your emergency fund goal, and you say to yourself, I'm going to take, say, 24 months to achieve that, all you'll have to do is take that $3,000 and divide it by the amount of months, which is 24 months. When you've done the calculation, you'll see that it'll take you $125 a month to get you to that goal of saving up 3 months worth of emergency fund. So that is it. It's that simple. If you use that formula, you should be able to get to your goal. But the key thing is discipline. You have to stick to it and put that amount away every single month. It's up to you how long you want to take to do that, but obviously the sooner the better, because you want to make sure that you have that money. And then once you've worked towards that goal of 3 months and you've gotten that, then you can work towards having more and having more until hopefully you have more than 9 months saved up. I hope this video has been helpful to you. It's so important to have an emergency fund. Let me know if you have any more questions about emergency funds, or let me know how this video has impacted you, or if you want to see any other videos related to this or any other money topic. Go ahead and give a comment below, or you can reach out to me in my other methods of communication. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and share it. And remember, change your mind, change your pocketbook.